Hello, everybody. This is the Corona bat. I caught Corona. It stayed in my nose. Now I sound like a bat. Seriously, y'all, be safe out here. People still are dying. I lost a friend of mine recently from it, so, an old friend who I kept up with but didn't see, so no one has to worry about me having it, but yeah, he died from it, so you just be safe. This is going to be part two of daily changes here, and I already think you saw the other video. This is part two. We're going to go to. We want to check out here. They judged theirs in the thousands, of course. And you see, they had an uptick where they had 4,000 plus cases in a day. And it's been going down to the point now where they said 700, but they had a mass protest there. We're going to see what it starts to look like soon. But like I say, these are still daily. Is it because it went down from 4 to 15? They'll be like, oh, it's time to reopen. This is daily. 1,000 people doing it, catching it a day. 365 days. You do the math. 365,000 people in their state will catch it. That's a lot of people, and you'll have to do the math that way. Because that's the way it's been going. So, and of course, it's not the whole state of Illinois that's really catching. It's like Chicago, places like that where, major cities densely populated, where overcrowding, everyone's on top of each other. Let's go to Indiana. They judged theirs by 200. So the most they had was almost 1,000. It's been going down and it went back up again. It's going to go back up. It's going to go back up slightly because of the heat, because people are going to be outside and they're not going to be paying attention to what they're doing. And the heat kills the virus. What virus is, we don't know about this one yet, really. But Hawaii seems to be a great indicator that it does. But as you can see from this to that, from the weather, here to here, it seems as if, well, they've been inside. But like I say, we'll judge it basically in the summertime and how the numbers go up to see if Corona does not like heat. Let's hope so. Kansas, they're judging this by 200. The most they had was 5. They had a day where they didn't have any at all. Theirs is 28 right now. We shall see what it continues to do. Go to Kentucky here. Their most they had was like basically almost 600. Judged theirs by 2. And it went down to 120. They seem to be doing a good job with theirs. We will continue to see in the summertime when they're going to reopen. Everyone's out and about. Child Louisiana, they judge theirs in thousands, of course. Dense population in New Orleans. There, I had family members that used to live in New Orleans. They don't live there anymore. See, it went down to 500. These are still daily. There's still a lot of people catching it, whether you want to, say it or not. 500 people, there's a lot of people catching it daily if it continues to be that way. Sure, it's not as bad as this, but 500 people catching it a day is still not good. I'm gonna go to Maine. They have a small population. They do theirs in the 20s, as you can see, and they had a nice uptick of almost 80. But They don't seem like they will have an issue with the disease at all, or virus, because it's a virus that acts like a disease, which is things that make you go, hmm. You have Maryland, they judging theirs in the 500s. Here, they have max here and here of almost 1800 and went down. You know, people get sick, they get scared, they went in the house, they shut everything down. And 900, and now it's here, but that's not what it says here. But you will see as the summer goes. That's all you can pretty much say with here. Let's look at Massachusetts here. They judged theirs in the 5,000. April, they had a super spike of it, and everyone's out about it, didn't believe what was going on. And June, it went to this number here. That's a lot. That's 4,000. And it's supposed to drop to 3. Now, also, too, there are states doing two things, calling everything a corona death, and some that aren't calling anything a corona death or case because they're not testing anymore. They're not doing it, they're just sending you home, so they aren't doing it. So you have nefarious ones going on opposite ends. I'm just letting you know this. So numbers can be up or down. Certain states want their state to open back up, so they're going to pretend like Corona isn't really there. Other states are trying to get all the money and benefits from Corona, so they're going to charge everything as Corona. So you really don't know what's really going on when it comes to this, but we're going to go to Michigan. Of course, Detroit is going to be the place that's going to get hit the hardest in this area. They judged theirs in the 500s, and you can see they had a spike here of almost 2,000. And I said it declined, and a spike, decline, spike. It's going down. It's at 200 and 100, but we will see in the summertime in protest what it will continue to be like. Minnesota, yes, they judged theirs by the thousands, which is shocking to me. I thought it would be more than that, but I mean, judged theirs by the 200s. And the most they had is around 1,000, which is this day and this day. Okay, there it is. That was the one, basically it was at 1,000, then it went down in June, and now they have a spike on the 5th, and it went down again on the 9th, but we will see because of the mass protests and all the people there. Some of these people are just going to ride it out. They're not even going to let anybody know. They're just going to treat it as a cold and the flu because, we have seen that what the percentage is, 1% or something like that or less. Basically like the flu, so most people are going to ride this out. The numbers are going to be weird all across the board, but make no mistake, this virus will mutate, and it will be different. And we have this for Mississippi here. They did a great job with theirs until June, and look at that number. Man, protest, protest, protest. That's all you need to say. I'm not gonna go over all of them. Let's go to Nevada. You wouldn't even think they would even have something like this. But they didn't believe it, so that happened, and now they're down, then they went back up again. Now it's where it should be, desert, dry climate. It's hot, most people are inside during certain times of the day and such, so they should be good. We'll continue to check that out. This is also a good indicator of it doesn't like heat, but we will see. Let's go to Jersey. And they judged theirs in the thousands here, here, 4,000 plus, and it went down. Now it's at, went to, see, I was at, what, it says 3 somewhere. Okay, this one went to 3, now it's going to jump back up. And I'm sure it's going to go back up again because of the protest. But like I say, it's going to be people riding it out. And they judged theirs by 5,000. 10, having their cases, the low, their low is going to be like 700. There's still a lot of people, especially what happened in New York. Lost friends, no family members. Hopefully, it stays that way. And I know a lot of people that aren't here from coronavirus in New York. You stay safe up there. And with the protests, what's going on? Don't know. This is North Carolina. Here, they were doing good until June. Spikes and upticks of it in the summertime. But like I say, it has to do with a lot of protesting there of why it did that. So, here, of course, everyone had a spike in April when the second wave spike kicked in. Now they're keeping theirs around 300. We'll see what it does after the protest. Pennsylvania, just theirs in the five. Theirs was almost at 2,000. A little small, steady decline. 7, 3, back to 5. We will see what it does after the protest. As the protest broke out all over the United States. We're going to check out Puerto Rico. Theirs was low. This is a good indicator of heat, too. They judge theirs in the hundreds. Tropical climate, heat, most. June, spike, outside protests. So they will have to look at their numbers and be watchful of what's going on. I'm gonna try Texas. There's theirs in the fives. Of course, I could say around April, everyone had a jump. But they also had to jump again. And here, Texas is feeling it really, really badly. Theirs is going to probably jump up protests, and I don't know what they're doing to have this work out like this. They must have a lot of stuff open, a lot of things going on. But they're going to probably be the next place that's going to get hit really, really hard. Just look at Washington, D.C. Just there's in the hundreds. April, was it the end of April when they had their spike? May, with the protests and everything that's going on there, we're going to see how this number stays. I don't think I did Maryland. I think I skipped that one. Maybe I didn't. But just as in the fives, almost had 7 down. It's at 5 at the moment. We'll see what the protest is going on and how it's going to work. But you can see these are all daily numbers. This isn't something that is not daily. They judge theirs about the fives. They got a 2,000 chart, well, because they almost hit it there. I mean, they didn't almost hit it, just went over the 15, and it went down. Now it's at pretty much 5. We'll see with the protests what's going on. People have been in the house, but now they're going to be out and about. We're going to see how social distancing works and what the heat does with the virus. But I just thought I would give you an update.